We're going to go over some of the basics of using the Roam editor and managing and controlling your content. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and hit login. And I'm already set up here with my account for Olive. All right, put in our password, sign in. You're immediately going to see your projects. So I've got 2 projects for this account. And the one that we're going to work on today is this 2919 Commerce project. All right. So here on the main screen, you're going to see, or dashboard, you're going to see a list of screens in the center area, as well as your content on the sidebar and your list of collections at the top here. This is a quick way to kind of get to any part of the app and to do any kind of content change or update that you may need to do from pretty much anywhere in the system. So a quick way to always get here is to just click the name of your project up here in the top left, and it'll automatically take you here to this page. On the left here, you have the sidebar, and on the sidebar you have your list of screens, your list of collections, and all of the content on your project. So a screen relates to a physical device. This means, you could think about your phone, a computer, a TV, whatever kind of physical related device. You can think of what kind of device has a serial number on it. And on this list on the side here, you can actually see, if we go into the screen settings and look at the information, we have things like the Wi-Fi code, the size, the serial number, things that relate specifically to a physical device. It doesn't matter what's actually playing on your TV, but we want to know about the data of your TV itself. So the way to think about a screen is it's a physical device in reality. So you can get to that settings page by either clicking up here and next to the gear and next to the name, or in the sidebar from any content page that you want. If you hit this 3 little menus on the right here, the edit button will also bring you to the setting page. On the setting page, you can see some quick things here like reload. This causes the app to reload. Wipe. This causes remote data to get wiped from the system. And of course, delete. This will completely delete the screen from your system itself. You can also see things here for the idle reset time. This is if someone opens some content, walks away from the screen, you want to be able to make these adjustments. Override's kind of an advanced feature. We won't go into that in that video, but that's something, that's where you get to it here from as well. Collections are more like data, and the way you could think about collections is a database. And in fact, let's take a look at this company's data. So, if we go into look at our companies, we have all of the different types of information that we want to talk about a company on the side here. You can add fields here. You can add different pieces of content that we want to track, but we've got some pretty basic ones for most people in most cases. So if we want to add a company, let's say that we're going to go ahead and add Rome to this location. So we're going to add Rome, and we'll see, okay, here's Rome. And so what suite is Rome in? So we're in Suite 200. We're on the 2nd floor. Our URL is rome.io. Our Twitter is actually at Rome. Our description, let's do interactive and digital signage. So these color fields here on this one, sometimes they'll be in other locations, but basically we can go in here and say the top color. I know that this is how it's going to display on the directory. So we'll go in here and we'll make this a nice little green, and then let's just copy this, and let's do the bottom color. We'll do that same green, and we'll make our text color here. We're going to make this white. All right. So let's save. Perfect. So you see, Rome is now listed on the set of companies here. So let's go ahead and go over to people too. So here I am. This says I'm at Slack, but you know what? I don't work for Slack. I work for Rome. And you know what? So does Brian. Oh, wait. So we noticed there that it's going to catch me. So we'll make sure to hit save. We'll go to Brian. And we're going to put him at Rome too. All right, so let's add another person here. Let's add Michael. Michael is one of our newest hires, Michael Garrett, and he's also at Rome. So when the display displays this information and looks up Michael, we'll see that he belongs to the Rome company. The last thing that you'll see on here is content. So this is a way to jump to the content of a kind of complex project. So you can always get to this content from here if you want. But another easy way is, if you know what kind of screen that you're wanting to make adjustments to or content that you want to edit, you can just mouse over on the main screen the content that you want, and you'll see this edit link content. Now we kind of added a cheater method too. If you actually just click on the screen in the sidebar at any time, it'll also take you to the same page. And what I mean by that is, if we click edit link content, it opens up the content editor automatically to the content that we've linked to. You'll see here it says horizontal atlas content. Notice it didn't say directory or lobby directory, and that's because if we look into the settings in the screen, for lobby directory here, we'll see the default content that it's set to is horizontal atlas content. So when we jump to this link content, it's the same thing as if we were, working on a company and we went to content and we went to horizontal atlas content. The basics of this are, if you're jumping on here to make a quick change to some kind of slide or content on here, you don't have to click through here. You can just mouse over the screen that you want to make an adjustment to and hit edit link content, and it'll jump right over for you. So here we are on the horizontal atlas. So this is a directory that we're working on. So here's the home screen on this one. We've got home, companies, people, area, spaces, whatever. So on the left, you'll see your list of elements. These are the things like the Roam logo, the background image that we have there. If you click on sections, you'll see the same as this. You'll see the different sections that we've added. For example, if I click on companies, we'll see it takes me over to the companies tab. I can also go down and click on area. I can see here the areas tab. So you can click and navigate here, or if your content that you're editing has tabs, you can also just click right where you want to go. Click on the area, click on spaces, click on building info, click on home, like whatever things you want to do. So this is a quick thing on the sidebar. You can adjust the content settings by clicking on the small settings here on the top. Things like control settings, general information, height, width, background color, whatever kind of stuff you want to make adjustments to. You can also see and make some adjustments to the different sections as well. Things like you want to rename a section, if you want to clone one, maybe you want something special. We won't go into that, some of these cool features in this video. At the top of the screen, you'll see this is called the insert bar. This is going to be where you can put in your basic shapes. Maybe we want to put a background behind this Roam logo, and so which thing are we at? We're on the home screen. So, oh, that's weird. So how do we get this down? So one way is you can right-click on the content and hit move down, or you can also just drag it and move it around in the sidebar. So I'm going to move this over here. Let's do a fill. Let's make it kind of a dark color. Now you can change the color's opacity, or using the toolbar on the right, the properties bar, what we call the toolbar, you can actually adjust almost every subtle property within an element. Everything from its fill, its color, its border, whenever we do text tools, if it's bold, what its position is in space, and also, of course, its general opacity. So we'll just make a nice little kind of semi-transparent little spacer here. So let's adjust it. Okay, that looks great. So the insert bar is going to have your basic things for different types of things like line, circle, square, the text tool. If we want to go in here and let's say that we wanted to put the address. So I'll type in 2919 Commerce. And then, so something you'll notice is when I clicked on this image to click off, I accidentally clicked the background. So let's go ahead and lock that. So it's still visible here to us, but now it's not going to get in the way when I want to move things around. So let's click on our text again, and you'll notice this is the fill tool, not the text color tool. So we'll go to the text color tool. We'll set everything to white, so it's got a nice good visibility. Let's change the font size. Let's make it bold. That's okay. Let's put more detail into this. So let's give it more space. 29 to Commerce. We're in Dallas, Texas, 75226. All right, let's set it back to, set it back to white. Sweet. All right, so we made some changes, we added some content, and we made some adjustments here. Now, you know, I'm not a big fan of this background picture. It's okay, but it's kind of stocky. Let's change it up a little bit to something I took a photo of. So I unlocked it so I can adjust it. And I'm just, you know, you could right click and hit delete, but you know, I'm also just gonna hit the delete key on my keyboard. So up here in the top, you can see the different kinds of media that you want to click. You can add images, you can add video, you can add different types of files. Realistically, this is the same. So let's add a picture. So I'm going to go to, I've got these nice folders. Let's go to this content assets folder that I created earlier. And you know, let's look at, oh yeah, this is a picture I like. So, all right, cool. Yeah, that's nice. So let's see. Here's my building photo on the side. Let's move it below all my stuff. That looks okay. You know, let's give it a little bit of, let's click off. So let's lock it again. I'm going to click up here, make a little bit of a padding adjustment. You know, I want to scoot them all over. So I'm going to click on the text. I'm going to hold the shift key. I'm going to click on my Rome logo and on my shape. And then I'm going to hold the shift key again, and I'm going to move a little bit more. The shift key, when you're holding down, that just makes it like a nudge a little faster. If I let off on shift, you can see it kind of moves just a little subtle. So let's kind of move it. Yeah, that looks good. That's okay. Cool. So we'll put the logo, 2919, our nice stuff, and our logo. I think that looks pretty good. Let's publish it. Oh, you know what? Actually, I wanted to change these colors on this content. So like, while we're publishing, let's go ahead and cancel that. So that's going to stop the publication from pushing out. That means that, you know, if we want to make a quick change, this thing won't get pushed live. All of our changes that we do while we're in the editor, they get saved automatically. And you can see right here it says draft saved. All of your changes sync up between users, so different people using the screen can also see the same content that you see, but all of those changes get saved without you having to do anything. But that doesn't mean they get shown up on the live screen. To make things show up live, you have to hit publish. Even when you have content inside content, slideshows, so on and so forth, you make sure you hit publish. If for some reason you aren't seeing something on the screen, I would double check and make sure you actually hit publish. So I want to change the color for this sidebar here. So there's a couple ways that I can do this. I have nothing selected, so I can click advanced settings on the right, or I can click the settings gear up here to get into our content settings. So let's go to controls. You know, let's change this background color. Rome's color is a green, so let's set it to like a real, how about a darker green. That text color is fine. Our indicator color, what's a good counter to green? Let's try a nice bright orange. Is that too obnoxious? Well, it's not showing the indicator, but we see our nice green here and our text within the spaces. So there we go. So we change our content on our content bar. I'm gonna, I scroll down. I'm gonna hit publish, and boom, now this content will show up live on the screen automatically. And you can see a little bit of a preview right here on the content screen. So that's the basics of it. You got your different kinds of screens, your different kinds of collections, and your different kinds of content.